In today's class, we are going to see the grammar topic conditional sentences. What is conditional sentences? A conditional sentence is a sentence which has a conditional clause. Look at the example which is given here. If it rains, I will take an umbrella. Look at this. This is called as a conditional clause because it has a conditional sentence. A conditional sentence has two parts. One is a condition which indicates the situation or the circumstances. The second part is about a result or the consequence that is going to be. If the condition is true, the result will happen. This is the meaning of this particular sentence. In the next slide, we are going to see the basic structure of the conditional sentence. There are two possible basic structure in a conditional sentences. That is, the first structure type is if condition plus the result. Look at the example which is given here. If the shop is open, I will buy a shoe. We use comma after the condition. This is called as the first structure type. In the second structure type, you may come across the result followed with if condition. Look at the example which is given here. I will buy a shirt if the shop is open. In this sentence, we do not use comma after the condition. In the first slide and the second slide, we have seen what is a conditional sentence and what is the basic structure of a conditional sentence. Now in the third slide, you are going to see the different types of conditional clauses. The three different conditional clauses are the first condition, second conditional and the third conditional clause. If you take the first conditional clause, it describes the real possibility in the future. The second conditional clause describes an improbable event in the future. The third conditional clause describes an event from the past that did not happen. In this slide, we can see what is the first conditional clause. First conditional clause describes real future events that are very possible. The use of this first conditional clause is to speak about possible or probable future events. Look at the example. If the weather is as sunny tomorrow, we will go surfing. Next, it is used to make promises or warnings. If you forget my birthday, I will never speak to you again. It is also useful in the case of negative conditionals. Whenever it is a negative conditionals, you can make use of unless instead of using if. Example, unless we recycle more, we won't have a better world. Look at this slide, students. This is the example for the first conditional. So please remember, the first conditional clause talks about the possibilities that happens in the present or in the future. If it rains, I will stay at home. Look at this example. You come across two sentences. One is if conditional sentence and other one is the main clause. The first part is the conditional clause and the second part is the result. Look at the second example. If I wake up late, I will miss the bus. Now In this slide, you can see what is the verb tenses we are using in the first conditional sentence. What tenses or the verbs in all these sentences identify? If I miss the bus, I will take the train. If I am late, I will call you. The condition takes the present simple and the result takes the future simple. That is what the tenses we have used. So keep this in your mind, my dear students. In the first conditionals, you need to make use of simple present tense in the if conditional sentence, and you need to use future tense in the main clause. As I told you people, conditional clauses have two clauses. One is the main clause and other one is the if conditional clause. Wherever you get if, that is called as the if conditional clause. Whenever you write if conditional clause, make use of simple present tense, and whenever you write your main clause, make use of simple future. That is what you need to use in the first conditional sentences. Please keep this in your mind. In the first conditional sentences, you need to make use of the tenses properly. Only with the help of tenses, you can identify it as the first conditionals. So, in the first conditionals, we make use of simple present tense in the conditions and future tense in the result. What is a second conditional sentence? A second conditional sentence is a sentence that can express two ideas. First, it might express things in the future that are unlikely to happen. Second, it is used to express an idea that is not true because it is impossible. The dependent clause of the second conditional begins with if and uses the past simple tense. The independent clause of the second conditional uses would plus the base form of a verb. The second conditional sentence helps you to identify or describe an improbable event in the future. The improbable event means imaginary situations in the present or the future. Look at the examples what I have given you here. Now, with all these examples, you can identify very clearly what is the difference you can show between the first conditional and the second conditional. In the second conditional, you are making use of the tense as past simple in the if conditional clause, and you are making use of would and a verb form in the main clause. That is what the difference you identify between the first conditional and the second conditional. Now look at the example here. If I won $1 million, I would buy a new car. If I were you, I would quit smoking. If I were the president, I would lower taxes. With all these examples, you can identify what I have said to you. As I said to you, what tenses or the verbs we are using it in the second conditional sentences. The condition takes the simple past and the result takes would plus a verb form. That is what we have followed. The example what is given here. If I missed the bus, I would take the train. If I were late, I would call you. Missed, were. All this verb indicates simple past. Would take, would call. It all indicates future past. In this slide, you can look at few more examples what I have given for the second conditional clause. If I won the lottery, I would buy a really nice fast car. If I had 2 heads, I would wear 2 hats. If I saw an alien, I would run away really quickly. If I lived in China, I would eat my food with chopsticks. Now let us move on to the third conditional sentence. The third conditional sentence expresses a past idea that did not occur. The third conditional sentence expresses an imagined result of the past event that did not occur. In other words, very easily you can say the third conditional sentence is an unreal sentence. Now look at the example which is given here for the third conditional sentences. In the third conditional sentences, we are using imaginary situations. We express more about imaginary situations. Even in the third condition also, you can identify the difference very easily with the help of only the tenses. With all the three conditionals, only the tenses are going to show you as the main difference what we are following. Look at the example which is given here. If I had got a gold medal, I would have been happy. In this sentence, we are using past perfect in the conditional sentences and we are making use of would plus have plus past participle form of the verb. Look at the second example. If I had met Susan last week, I would have given her the book. In this sentence, if I had met is the past perfect tense, what we are using in the conditional sentence. Would have given is the perfect conditional that we are using in the main clause. Look at the third example. If the weather had been good, we would have gone what is kind. Had been is the past perfect tense. Would plus have plus gone shows you perfect conditional tense. What is the verb tenses that we are following in the third conditional is the condition takes the past perfect and the result takes would plus have plus past participle form of the verb. Few more examples for the third conditional. If I had worked harder at school, I would have got better grades. If I had paid more attention in class, I would have understood the lesson. If you hadn't been late, we would not have missed the bus. So students, so far you have learned what is the conditional clause and what are the different types of conditional clause. In the first condition, second condition and the third condition, you are able to identify with the help of the tense changes. The first condition are followed with simple present tense, the second condition followed with simple past, and the third condition followed with the past perfect. With all these three tense changes, you can identify the three conditional sentences very clearly. Look at the exercise I have given you here. With the exercise, you can identify all the three different conditional sentences, type 1, type 2, type 3. So all this example helps you very clearly, makes you to understand what is the conditional sentence and what are the different types of conditional sentence.